Test. Maybe now. Nothing. Still nothing. Oh, okay. We have sound. Cats, we have sound. Where's the camera? Let's get the camera too. A bit low. Okay, well, that we can fix. That we can fix. Huh. Camera is frozen. What's going on with all my USB devices now? Okay, my camera seems to be frozen. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Wait, is the cat camera working? Let's see the cat camera. Oh, that one detects some movement, but it's too dark. You can't even see the cat sleeping there. That's a cat there, but why is the other camera not working? She blends with the darkness. Okay, let's do some quick troubleshooting around too. What if I try the classic reconnect, unplug, plug again? Although, let me fix the volume first. You said the volume is low? Hello, Ryan. Good day to you as well. Properties, volume. There's no volume. Okay. Filters, maybe. Maybe. Oh, again. Okay. Let's see if Any better? Did the volume change at all? Hello, Aziz. I was hoping my camera to work. It worked on the preview, but doesn't seem to be working now. So I'm trying to troubleshoot the camera. One moment. I literally did a preview stream 10 minutes before I started, and everything worked fine. The moment I connected it to YouTube and did the actual stream, everything broke. Okay, let me test. Does the Discord at least pick the camera? Or okay, Discord picks the camera, so it's not a camera issue. Something with OBS maybe? Yeah, it keeps it frozen on a previous. Yes, Brian, stalling. I guess you're gonna see my thinking pose where I'm pondering, looking at oblivion, but what's going on with this camera? Oh, no other program is using the camera, and OBS seems to be using it, but the frame is just stuck. Yeah, and actually, no, it's not using it because the camera lights do not turn on. Okay, if I delete the source, what if I delete the source and add it again? Let's see, maybe that fixes the issue. Video capture device. Okay, seems to be working. Let's position it accordingly now, which is not the correct size, but what can we do now? There we go. Responsive, and it's working. What else can we ask, right? Okay. IT support? What IT support? I troubleshooted everything myself. Okay, so we have camera, both cameras, although one is completely dark with a cat, and you do see my screen. Great news. Welcome everyone. A little bit of delay, but we got everything working. So a little bit of the community update today. Oh, one more thing before I start rambling about everything. Let me post this stream on some channels so whoever is interested gets notified. Okay, posted it on Facebook. Discord already has the event. Do I have any other servers? No, not really. That would be interested in that. Oh my god, it's so bright. Okay, that's posted as well. Okay, I think we're good to go. Fate tokens is one of our today's topics on the update, but I'll start with the more expected ones. The more expected ones. One more thing. What, Andrew? What more thing? What is something else wrong with the stream? No? How much delay is there in chat? Oh, patience is a virtue. No, not all the times. I can say not all the times. Not always a virtue. Okay. Okay, so the most anticipated stuff. We have new classes coming for D&D. Well, for Draw Steel, there's also Draw Steel and Daggerheart coming. I don't know, I'm looking at the chat. The camera is there, I should be looking at the camera. We have Draw Steel and Daggerheart games, which also take place in Arda. I will showcase a little bit there where you can find information about those. But we have new classes for D&D 5th edition 2024, starting with the Beast Heart. The Beast Heart from MCDM Productions, which is a companion-based class with 5 subclasses, which are called bonds: the Ferocious Bond, Hunter Bond, Primal Bond, Infernal Bond, and Protector Bond. The Infernal Bond does have some campaign restrictions, if I remember right. Yeah, it is not available for all campaigns, but the other subclasses are. That class makes the Ranger Fantasy with a companion pretty much viable and way more interesting. Although they're not exactly pets, they're companions, as you can see here in this part of the description. The class revolves around the primal strike damage and the exploit damage that comes at later levels. And you have not multiple, but one companion that can be of different shapes. Rip Rangers, well, I don't think anyone was playing, what is it called, Beastmaster? When was the last time we had a Beastmaster in a game? I can't even remember anymore. Like the last Beastmaster might have been 2 years ago. It is pretty, even with the Tassa's counterpart, Drake Warden was just better. But this one is also more different. It's not exactly a ranger, and the subclasses also give it very different feels. You had Drake Warden like last year. Maybe Drake Wardens were a bit more common. Like we had maybe 2 in the last 2 years or 3 years. True. I mean, the dragon appeal is more, but it doesn't really become a dragon. It is always a subpar dragon. So Beastmaster, Beast Heart is the one of the new classes. It is available in 1, 2, 3, 4 campaigns out of the 7 that we have available for D&D. So it's not available for the Blood Moon campaign. It's not available from the Tower of Carthax, and it's not available for the Rise of the Changelings. For every other, Beast Heart is game. What else to say about Beast? Oh, like, it has a lot of stuff. Oh, as I showcase, I will make them also available in Kanka. They are hidden, but now they will be available to see as I reveal them one by one. So now you can also check. Oh, did I make the subclasses available? Yeah, I have to make the subclasses available as well. Let's do that quickly. Yeah, they are all there, but they're hidden currently. So I'm gonna be revealing them one by one as we go through. Okay, we have Hunter, Primal, Infernal, and Protector Bond to reveal. Give permission to all travelers. Yes, the Beastheart companion does scale much better. It is very well made class. Like with all classes from MCDM, to be honest, Matt Colville and his company are doing a lot of work, so I wouldn't be expecting anything less. Oh, we might have a cat jumping soon. She's looking at me expectantly. One of my primal companions. Okay, Infernal Bond. Infernal Bond is not available in all campaigns. In actually in most campaigns it won't be available because your summoning, your companion is pretty much a devil. Protector. I see that it lost images. I don't know why it lost some images that I had placed there. Images are missing, but I'll try to fix them later. Okay, that's the Beastheart. Next we have the updated Illrigger, which is already visible actually, updated to the latest version of each class, and I think it has one more subclass if I remember right. No, I didn't put the subclass. Okay, maybe I didn't link the subclass, but oh wait, is this the updated one? Or am I showcasing the old one? I think it's the updated one. I don't remember what was, but we can come back again. Illrigger is not a new class, it just we'll be using the revised version that is also available on D&D Beyond. But a whole completely new class following next is the Warlord. Warlord is our new melee leader, strength and int based type of strategist class. It is available in all campaigns. It comes with 6 subclasses: the commander, the chieftain, patrician, pack leader, paragon, and tactician. So you get leadership dice, and they increase in size, similar to how bardic inspiration goes. Like it increases from d6s to higher dice. You can use these leadership dice for various features, like most of their features are based on the leadership die, and each subclass gives you a different combat focus. For example, let's check commander. What was the commander about? What do you want, cat? I'm busy. It keeps asking to play now. Oh, there we go. Say hello to stream. Yeah, say hello. Don't kick the camera though. Oh, okay. See, she pushed it with her butt. Okay. She's gonna be with us for the remaining of the stream. Okay. Let's make the Warlord available as well. So it's not very close to any other class that we have currently, but if I were to describe it, I think it's a combination of a paladin and a bard. but without the charisma. Like it is int based, it's smarts based fighter that helps other classes and makes some things that were not previously possible, such as allowing allies to move outside of their turns, which is big. Uh, there were some ways to do it again, like some fighters, some maneuvers, had some things like that, but the warlord can do it more consistently and more often. Let's make the subclasses visible as well. Is there an easier way to do that? Why am I doing it one by one? Okay, I don't remember if there is an easier way. I'll do it one by one. Okay, I'm leaving a little bit. Oh, you can see it in Kanka. You don't have to read it from the stream. Okay, if you liked playing Bard before and you want a little bit more martial capabilities and more of a frontline type of character, Warlord is exactly that. It lacks the charisma skills, like you won't have your persuasion and your performances and your deceptions that you have with your bard, but you'll be very good at overland travel, for example, and you will be supporting the group indirectly like bards do. That is the chieftain. Next we have the patrician. Why, Dwayne? Why for Andrew? Did Andrew express the interest to play Bard, but he was disappointed by the lack of martial capabilities? Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, Paragon next. Tactician last. Yes, Overland Travel 3.0 coming soon after the classes. Tactician. Okay. If they're not viewable in Kanka, let me know, but they should be searchable now, the class and their subclasses. All strike. No, that I mean that would be an interesting idea, but no, that there are not many changes in Overland 3.0. I can tell you that. There's some it's mostly simplifications and some minor changes. So Warlord is our second completely new class. Next we go to subclasses. First one we have Darkness Domain. Clerics, edgy clerics, rejoice. Although, again, not available in all campaigns. But no, Aziz, you must stay in the light. Aziz, you cannot go to the dark side. You need to stay in the light. But this will be available in the Rise of the Changelings, in the solo leveling, in the Tower of Carthax, and the House Divided campaign. So not in the Spider one, not in the Dragon's Roar. I think, yeah, and not in the Blood Moon doesn't have clerics at all. So 3 campaigns not available, the other 4 are available. It's not a necromancer, let's say. It's just it is definitely themed around darkness, and it has a necromancy magic on its always prepared spells, some of them, but it does not have a lot of raising dead stuff. We need this in the spider web. Who is Soulless Gaming? I don't recognize you, sir. for evil clerics. Oh my god, the cat is going crazy. Like Sister Teddy. Oh, Sister Teddy would love to be a darkness cleric. She would fit the hag vibes so well. Oh, that's Kelly. Okay, hello Kelly, welcome. Yeah, if I mean, you're probably gonna make something similar to Sister Teddy in the future. You're so in love with that character, so maybe that in some other campaign, her reincarnation will come as a darkness cleric. Okay, so that's let's make that available as well in Kanka. Darkness cleric. Next one, we have the Circle of Shadow. Druids, also restricted in specific campaigns. This one actually is the most restricted one. That's why I said to some people there are 4+2 subclasses coming. The two of them are very restricted. That's the Darkness Cleric and the Circle of Shadow. And this one is even more restricted because it goes into two campaigns only, the solo leveling and the Blood Moon. And you have to be a Blight Elf. Like this is the only subclass that restricts your race. You have to be a Blight Elf. It is full edgy. You can't go more edgy than that. So two campaigns only and ancestry species, whatever you want to call it, a restriction for this one. That's why I said 4+2, because the two are almost unplayable in some campaigns. Maximum edge, yes, Brian. It is a circle that a druid circle that focuses completely on shadows. It does fit the theme of the solo leveling campaign, although you won't be as strong as Gino, but it does fit the shadows theme. Yeah, Brahman would, I can see him playing that one for sure. Druids, edgy blight elf druids. Let's make this available as well. But you want us not to have dramatic backstories. You can be edgy and blight elf shadow druid without a dramatic backstory. You're just an evil person, you know. You were born evil. You had a good life. You were rich your whole life. You use your wealth to do evil deeds, and then you just became a modern day capitalist, and you just happen to have some extra druidic powers on top of that. You don't have to be any traumatic backstory. Why do I want? Why do you? I'm confused. Do I what the question? Number one, the root hater can create yeah, we have a lot of Narut haters in the chat. I'm sure. Dwayne is not one of them. I think Dwayne is the only. Or maybe Andrew too. Andrew and Dwayne here are not Narut haters, but pretty much everyone else. Yeah, sounds like most politicians, as is exactly. So, especially in the solo leveling campaign, you could be a politician as a character, and you can also be a hunter. Oh, look at the Nerut support now in the chat. Jeez. Unexpected. Unexpected. Okay. Next one. What do we have next? Next we have our wizard subclass. It's been a long time since we had any wizard subclasses. And actually we never had any homebrew wizard subclasses. And this is the Golemmancer. It is the closest we will get to artificers, I think, because it is you are creating a golem, and it is a construct pretty much. You can use you can use mending to heal it, as it is in between an inanimate state, and a living being. And you have a lot of infusions pretty much. Yeah, they're actually called infusions as well, so they're copying Artificer. Uh, to buff and boost your golem from extra AC to the extra force damage on hits, all kinds of modifications. It has its own stat block, bunch of immunities as you can see, and the subclass revolves around having your golem assist you in a fight while you cast your spells. You can be a wizard with your own personal bodyguard that is pretty sturdy from what I saw. So what will happen if a cleric used mending on a golem instead of the wizard? Nothing happens. I think it is... Oh, sorry. It does happen. If the cleric uses mending, the golem does heal 2d8 hit points. So no matter who casts mending, heals the golem. Can you wear your golem like armor and be Iron Man? Nope, we're not putting artificers, Kevin. Stop trying to bypass my lore and make artificers happen in Arda. It's not going to happen. Golem Gundam. I mean, the golem fusion could be a homebrew item if we have a lot of golem monsters to allow them to fuse their golems into a bigger and more dangerous golem. Let's make this one available as well. Okay, next, what do we have next? Next, we have our fighter subclass, the Relic Hunter. The Relic Hunter is a subclass that mixes a little bit of magic buffs. Can we ban Golemancer from creating root golems? No Golemancer will create any Nerut golem. I don't know what's the conversation about, but Nerut is goated. Thank you, Khalid. Thank you for your Nerut support. I understand your love. You appreciate Nerut more than anyone else in your group. I still have his combat reports somewhere in the channel. I had made a separate channel while I was writing all his combat reports. Where is it? Oh yeah, I don't know if we can't post pictures here, right? In chat, no. Are we able to post pictures in this in YouTube chat? No, we cannot, right? Oh, no, I can't. How do I? Anyway, I had a channel for Nerut's combat report that was to report back to Khalid's character. Please put Nerut in solo leveling campaign. No, that's not possible. If you travel back in Arda, back in time, then maybe you can find Nerut, but the solo leveling is very far apart from Nerut's existence. So, the Relic Hunter is a subclass for fighter that utilizes charms to buff himself, giving him access to spells and also some tricks along together with the magic spells. One of the noticeable features is it increases your attunement slots. It is a subclass that increases your attunement slots to 4 at level 15, no? But that's usually when you're gonna start needing those maximum attunements. From what I've seen I've read and compared it with others, it is you already have that. It is a very competitive I would say, subclass compared to others. Maybe the Battle Master is still stronger, but I haven't tested it yet. Like I only did a little bit of math with its capabilities, but I haven't had any players with it yet, so I don't have like any very reliable data. But it felt quite strong subclass. It's called a fantasy. Oh, oh, someone does have an item. Yeah, some people do have an item that takes an attunement slot and gives you an attunement slot. It is it's not a troll, but it does that. It requires attunement and gives you an extra attunement. I won't spoil why. There is the reason behind it. So relic hunter, subclass for fighter. Let's make that available as well. Like my cat is going crazy. What are you doing? One is sleeping and the other one is going crazy. Yes, I'm talking about you. You is winking at me. Let's shed some light. Yeah. Okay, okay. Go back to sleep. A light woke her up. Okay, back to sleep. Yeah, sorry. Okay, next one. We have, oh, okay, Brian, you want your rogue? I'll go to the rogue next. Our Shadow Dancer. Rogue subclass. Edgy as fuck again. A lot of edgy subclasses. Let's make this available already. Shadow Dancer, it is a very cloak and dagger rogue subclass. Everything revolves around shadows, whether it is literal shadows or metaphorical shadows. Yeah, it does have some similarities with the Echo Knight. It does feel strong. I don't know if there's gonna be any incoming nerfs, but for now we're gonna try it as is. But edgier and sicker. Okay, yeah, I guess. I see we have a lot of edge love in the chat. Oh, this one I forgot to color properly. Let's fix that now before I forget. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. What color is this one? Yeah. Oh, Anna, she almost dropped the ring light. Calm down. We'll play later. She only want to play specific times a day. Now I'm thinking that we need Maldos on our side. Yeah, we might need more light with all the edgy subclasses. Rogue subclass. Shadow Dancer. It doesn't have like super unique, I would call them, features, but it is the classic Shadow fantasy of a cloak and dagger character. Next one, we have our paladin. Kevin, are you ready? Our paladin, the Oath of Secrecy. The Oath of Secrecy might be a little bit edgy. I mean, it doesn't have to be edgy, but it can be edgy. It is not tied to any, technically still edgy. It is not tied to any specific deity, as we don't have any fragment of secrets. But it is its oath revolves around keeping secrets. It is not a liar paladin, Kelly. Oh, don't try to make the paladin liar. Look at At the second tenant, reveal only what you must, but lie not. So it is not a liar paladin. It has always prepared spells that are based on trickery, like invisibility, disguise self, non-detection, very important for the theme, greater invisibility, Geas even, and seeming, very powerful spell. Seeming, I'm not sure why polymorph, but I guess since with polymorph you can also turn into another human. I keep looking at the chat, although the camera is here. Maybe I'll put the camera right below the chat, so it feels like I'm looking at the camera. You know, I love gossip, but I don't think this is for me because you can't use them against people. I guess, yeah. If your oath is to keep the gossip secret, yeah, you can't really use them against people. But if it's not about the things that you swore your oath, then the secrets that you kept, then I guess the rest of the gossip is still game. Proficiency in stealth, I don't remember. Yes, it does have proficiency in deception and stealth. And disguise kit. But how can I ruin someone's marriage? With a paladin? I don't know, go cast ceremony on someone else. So they get forcefully married with someone else. And it's level... so it only keeps silent about their oath, asks Brian. Mostly, yes. I think... actually, I'm reading about... No, it is... it is about keeping secrets in general, but I would say that if it is minor secrets that you reveal, that's not like a major break of your oath. Because minor secrets can be anything, you know. Anything someone else doesn't know is technically kind of a secret. If Valdis has stop Andrew, what do you think? Yeah, that might be a good idea. Maybe your paladin. Are you level 3 on paladin yet? Andrew, no, you're not. You just got level 2, right? You got fighting style. So level 3, you can get Oath of Secrecy with your paladin. Oath of Secrecy. Let's make it visible as well. Okay, that was the last of the subclasses. 4 plus 2. The other ones that didn't have any restrictions, they're available to all campaigns. So Shadow Druid, Circle of Shadows, and Darkness Domain are the ones that are restricted. Oath of Secrecy, Relic Hunter, Shadow Dancer, and Golemancer are available in all campaigns. Actually, yeah, Andrew, it does make sense with the secret that you are keeping very, very, very tight. It would make sense. Okay, next one. We move to our new race, new species, new ancestry, which is available for both for D&D, Daggerheart, and Drawsteel. No, sorry, D&D and Daggerheart, not Drawsteel. These are the Myconids, or Mycelians, or Fangrills, mushroom people. Mushroom people that are very exotic and very rare. They come from deep down together with Tenebra, pretty much. Okay, the smell. And they were part of an accidental race. They smell. Do all mushrooms smell? I don't know. I'm not expert in mushroom. I don't even know how mushrooms smell. If you ask me, like if you tell me to think of a mushroom smell, my brain is blank. I cannot think of anything as mushroom smell. But they were not a race created by the fragments like others, the original races. Instead, they were kind of a accidental side effect of one of the lesser fragments, Mr. Esvarov, who is this guy, if you don't know about Mr. Esvarov, is one of our newest lesser fragments. It is very fitting for a sports droid, yeah. So they were created pretty much by accident. Hello, and again, take your spot, easy, don't kick cameras, okay? And they are slowly surfacing now in our campaigns. They're reaching the surface, and you might start finding mushroom people. Their traits are they gain a +1 to Constitution. A reminder, all races still in our games give a +1 regardless of the +2 +1 that you get from your background bonuses. They are available also in all campaigns. They are also considered plant and humanoid at the same time. So any effects that have different effects on plants apply on myconids, mycelids, and fangirls as well. I imagine being hunted by a mushroom. What a complicated. I guess, yeah, there can be some scary mushrooms. Plant growth. Plant growth, yeah, maybe plant growth can make them bigger. They have dark vision of 60 feet. They have advantage on constitution saves. That is big, as you can imagine. Advantage on constitution saves from your race, which means you get 2 proficiencies in saving throws with your class, and you have kind of a free warcaster, even probably better because it's not only concentration, it's like poison effects as well. So advantage on all constitution saves. And then as a bonus action, they have some spore. Is it weird to eat them? I guess, yeah, I would find it weird if I was the mushroom person being eaten. I don't know. I'm cannibalism in TTRPG is a little bit weird. Is it weird to eat a minotaur as it is partially beef with human? I think we had some similar questions in the Tuesday game when the Tower of Carthage with Sam and his Minotaur. I don't remember how it ended, the questions of eating the Minotaur. They have a racial ability as a bonus action with spores that has 3 different effects: blinding people, poisoning people, and telepathy. They can use their spores for telepathy. And they also have their Daggerheart version, which is the Fun Grill, which matches well with our D&D version since they have telepathy there as well. So the lore remains the same. For all races, you'll see that we have now races for tagged as D&D, tagged as Daggerheart, and tagged as Draw Steel. There's only one race that is non-D&D so far. Everything else has an equivalent to D&D. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a moment. But these are our mushroom people available for D&D and Daggerheart. You will see the tags now are below the name of the race. It is a good backup plan in case you don't have enough food during the travel. Yeah, start eating our people, Khalid. You didn't pack enough food? Okay, we'll eat one of the adventurers instead. What a nice group. Okay, what do we have next on our list? Next on our list is Overlands. Actually, no, since we're talking about races, let me show you the race that I was talking about. So this new race called Memonek, in a moment, Overland. This new race called Memonek, they are not a D&D available race. They're only for draw steel, and they will start appearing as well in D&D games. So they will appear as NPCs. You cannot make a player character as a Memonek yet. Maybe I will make a Memonek D&D version in the future, but currently it's not in the plans. They do have their lore. And in summary, as you will see, let me make the entry public as well. In summary, their lore is that they were people created even before the original races by Iskar, Vermilion, and the Osmium Dragon Lords. So the group of those four entities, two fragments and two Dragon Lords, created the Memonek as an experiment to see how humanoids can function without emotions. So the original Memoneks had no emotions at all, which, as you can imagine, makes them feel a little bit robotic. But they're not, they do not have like machinery for parts, for body parts or anything. They do have very different body though. Their body has is very lightweight and almost made out of silicone texture, the skin. And they lived and still live in floating cities that were above no man's land originally. This island at the top left of the world map, if you remember, that is full of snow with a giant lake and a castle and a giant tree, no man's land. So their floating cities lived there, hovered above that island. The floating cities were powered by divine energy and magic, and were floating by huge central turbine, like a huge propellant that keeps them afloat. Long story short, Carthax got involved, lesser fragment Carthax, and introduced emotions to the Memonek while deceiving them. That led into a civil war in the Memonek society, and some of the floating cities left their homeland and started wandering above the other continents in Arden. That's how Memonek appear in our campaigns. They're from those floating cities that left their homeland after the civil war began. There are not many, again, exotic race. Most of NPCs are not even aware of what they are, but you'll start seeing some of those NPCs in all the games. Currently, they only have a playable feature for draw steel. Yes, Carthax always helping out. Okay, I'm done with the races. Let's talk about Overland Travel 3.0. Not much has changed, as I said. Let's make it public as well. It has been simplified for those who were getting lost. Now, pretty much all you need to remember is in this little part of the page. There's a table with the roles, what each person does, what are the bad and the good effects, and a note that explains some things. And then there's a simplification of how it works. What has changed is that the hexes, instead of 4 days, they're now 2 days. Smaller hexes, 2 days each. And the players choose how many hexes they want to roll for at once. I think it is explained somewhere here. Mm, each hex on the map takes 2 days at normal pace, and the group can travel 2 or more hexes at a time, but for every extra hex they choose to after the 2, the DC increases by 1. So if you want to roll like once for let's say 6 hexes in one go, that increases the DC by 4. Yes, potentially you can roll for the whole journey at once. But that increases the DC a lot if it is like a huge journey. That's because of fate tokens, pretty much. When you roll less times, your fate tokens become way more powerful. Like you can spend all your fate tokens and roll only once, and then it makes the travel much more easier. So that's why the DC increases slightly with every hex that you add in the journey. You can only go in the same terrain though. So if you're changing from more or less complication per travel expected, I don't think the amount of complication changes. Yeah, the amount should be the same as before. Like the mechanics are more simplified and players have more control of how many times you want to roll. We only use for overall travel. I can't say that's true for all the groups. One more distinction is that you cannot change between different terrains. So if you were going underground and then outside in the fields, you cannot roll at once in one go for both different terrains because they have very different DCs. So as long as you're in the same environment or similar environment, you can go as far as you want in one go. But when you change environments, you have to roll again. One more important change is where is it? Where is it? Yeah, there is a maximum amount of rerolls now per roll. For example, let's say the lookout. The lookout starts rolling bad. You can only reroll 2 times maximum, not infinite times like we had before. So that's the limit is per roll. So you can roll 2 times for the lookout, 2 times for the analyst, 2 times for the tracker, etc., etc. But maximum 2. Is that per person? That's a good question. No, it is per roll, not per person. So if you have 2 people in the same roll, you still keep the highest of the 2, and you can roll 2 times whichever you like the total. Also, He-Man won't take 27 tokens anymore. who's hates man and took 27 of your fate tokens? I don't even remember. Get your complications ready, guys. Andrew, one other important change for you mostly, because you're usually the most interested in that. The tracker rolls now 1 time, not 2. When you make your survival check, you choose whether you're looking for food, for point of interest, or for long rests. You have to make meaningful decisions now. One of the 3. No more double rolling, only 1 roll. No. It was kind of a bad design having 1 roll rolling twice. Most people were very confused at the start and didn't understand how the point of interest worked and why they were succeeding and not getting and rolling so many times. and the roles for finding food, etc., still the same. Yes, so success gives you food or allows you to roll on the D100 table, although the D100 table is now on the details below if you wanna check it. But there's gonna be some in the spider campaigns, for example, there's gonna be some unique point of interest that they have their own DC. I mean, some of you already know, I'm talking about the spider invasion rifts. The spider invasion rifts, they have much lower DC, so you can find them much more easier than other points of interest because they involve combat and they're like a little task of their own, so they're much easier to find. But otherwise, yeah, the point of interest and long range works as before. Odds changed given we have to choose. No, the odds are pretty much the same. Different disease depending what you're looking for. Yeah, in on when those unique point of interest are involved, yes. For other things, I mean, this can go case by case, Brian. If you're in an area and you're looking for something specific, like we're here in this hex to find, I don't know, a lost guy, then that can be way easier than finding random treasure, for example. So basically you have to choose whether to search for food or use rations and search for either point. Correct. Yes, Andrew. The one that white there's a general point of that. Yes. Yes, there is below there are details that are collapsed that explain all the mechanics behind this. But as players said that it was too complicated to go through all this, here there's this is the simple version that you need to remember, and if you're interested in the details, you look further down and expand the details. Any other change on the overland travel? Smaller hexes, one roll for survival, more control on how much distance you want to travel in one go. And another indirect change is going to be from the fate tokens. One of Dwayne's suggestion as well. We have a way now to split complications into two smaller complications. So you can spend fate tokens to split a complication number 4 into 2 and 2, 3 and 1, etc. So there is that is indirectly involved with overall travel, but it's not part of the overall travel rules. Okay, I don't think we have anything else new. Let me check again. No, nothing else new. Just simplified old rules. Okay. My birthday is coming up. I accept all gifts. You're welcome. How much did you pay for that? No, it was just suggestions that were good, and I implemented them. Okay, I made this one public. Next one, since we spoke about fate tokens, let's go check fate tokens 2.0. What's new here? Bunch of things and changes. So first of all, we have fate dice together with fate tokens. Actually, let me start the VTT at the same time. Although we don't really need it, but I'll start it anyway to be ready for the later. Okay, Don't click on the mouse. No, that's the camera. Move away. Jeez, you just wanna cause trouble. Uh, Fate dice. Fate dice are extra dice that you spend to get to do various things. Oh, I have to do it 2 to 1. Yes, the trade ratio has changed. When you're giving to others, now it costs double. It's not 1 to 1 anymore. Okay, let's go actually one by one, see what's the same and what's different. We have what are you doing? There's nothing below the keyboard. What's wrong with you? So you can spend up to four again to add the equal bonus on a d20 test. You can spend 9 to gain heroic inspiration like before. You can spend 2 to find some gold like you did before. You can spend 30 to reduce the complication by severity of 1. You can spend 50 as a group to contact higher power. You can spend 6 to reroll on the complication table. Like you get a complication severity 2, it is about combat. You don't want to do combat right now, you want something else, you reroll and get potentially a different result. You spend 5 to get a hint like before. Each player can spend 2 to make individual checks into a group check. You spend 6 to get a fate die. That's new. I can contact Maldus with my phrase. Yes, and then you can spend, that's the one I was talking about, 8 times the complication severity level to split it into 2. So if it is a complication severity 3, you need to spend 24 fate tokens as a group to split it into 1 and 2. So the higher the complication is, the more fate tokens you need to spend in order to keep the danger still real and the threat relevant. The amount of fate tokens has to scale with the severity. Now this part of the fate tokens is still in a trial phase. The cap is still 10, but what has changed, as you can see, is that you can store some of your fate token as fate dice, and the fate dice stack with fate tokens. We'll get to the fate dice in a moment. So spending 8 times the complication level to split it into 2 smaller ones. Then we have the fate dice, which are d4s. Fate dice are d4s, not d6s. They cannot be re-rolled, so no matter what, once you roll them, they are what they roll. You can have up to 2 of them. They transfer from session to session. They reset when you get a level up, and they cannot be used for other players or gifted. So instead, the previous maximum you had was 10 fate tokens. Now you can have 10 fate tokens and 2 fate dice. And the fate dice, you can use them together with fate tokens to add up to +4 plus d4 on a d20 test, which is a big boost. Like if it is a saving throw and you need to pass a saving throw, a potential +8 makes a terrible saving throw into one that can pass. Then how do you get fate dice? No, it's not only d20 tests, Dwayne. It is more. We'll get there in a moment. Oh, what has changed? Fate tokens. I skipped that part. Session notes now give 6 fate tokens, so more than before. Recap gives 4 fate tokens, more than before. And at the end of the session, every player who plays accordingly, you're gonna be rolling, yeah. Every player who plays accordingly to our rules of the table, which are like pretty much manner rules for manners at the table, like so. Most of you, I think, you will be getting your fate tokens from that as well. You get 3 extra at the end of the session. So it's almost guaranteed that you're going to get 3 at the end of each session. The note taker will take 6 more, so that's almost 9 there. So you're pretty much maxed out if you're the note taker and you conduct yourself accordingly. There is a link to the rules of the table. Let me make the sorry, the document public as well. And Andrew, yeah, you might be the one struggling with that. So you get guaranteed pretty much of 3 at the end of the session. If you're the note taker, that becomes a 9. If you did the recap, that becomes 6. So sorry, a 7. So that's a lot of fate tokens compared to before. Okay, back to the fate dice. How do you get fate dice? So the person who has the least time in the spotlight at the end of its session gets a fate dice. So the person who did like the least of activities, who spoke the less during the session, so they get a fate dice in order to give some motivation or incentive to be more active in the next session, since they're gonna have, like, if you stay too much silent every session, you're gonna be full of fate dice and nothing to do with them because the cap is on 2. At the end of the session, the player who rolled the most nat ones gets a fate die. So the unluckiest guy of the group gets a fate die. Sarah and Jeff and Eric, little Jeff. Well, we'll see. It's gonna be on DM's judgment, but usually it is obvious. And then you can also trade 6 fate tokens for a fate die. Yes, Kelly, you got there before I could reach, but we'll get to that. So what can you do now with the fate die and why they're stronger than fate tokens? You can boost your attack rolls, skill checks, and saving throws, and they stack with everything else with fate tokens, meaning on critical attacks, you can double them and add them to your damage. So if you get a critical attack, it's almost like a mini smite. And you want to spend all your 2 fate dice, you roll 4 d4s and you add them to your attack, to your damage, together with everything else that you had. So in a pinch, they can become a burst of damage as well. Then when you receive healing from a class, spell, feature, or potion, you can spend them and add them to the total. That's not like a huge amount, as you can imagine, but it can play difference on situations where even a little bit of more HP can help. And the biggest one, as Kelly noticed immediately, is you can use them to subtract from an enemy's saving throw. So whenever they roll for your save, or for any save, for your actually, yeah, it is for your save, since you cannot gift them to others. So whenever they roll for a save of one of your features, spells, etc., you can spend up to up to 1 per save, and yeah, it is like cutting words for everyone. When do we need to add them? It is before the result is announced. So after the roll, before the result is announced. Same way with the cutting words of Bardic Inspiration. And they can stack with Bardic Inspiration as well. You can cripple them. Sorry, not Bardic Inspiration, cutting words. They can stack with cutting words, so they can cripple saving throws pretty intensely. Oh my god, the cat is going crazy. What are you doing? Huh? She wanna play with her toy. She brings the toy here and she wants me to throw away, but there are so many cables here that I don't want to risk it. Can I buy fate die and add them before you announce them? Yes. Like when I make the roll, you can spend your fate tokens, buy fate dice, and roll it immediately. Yes, that's possible. Gifting costs 2 per 1 token gifted, but what if you are at the token cap? Can you still donate those without a penalty? What do you mean, Kevin? Like if you have 10 fate tokens and you get 2 more, you can give those 2 more to someone else, but they get only 1. Is that what you mean? If yes, that is the answer. So these are the changes on fate tokens. More ways to get them, more ways to spend them, and the transfer ratio is more expensive. This is the summary of fate token changes plus fate dice into the mix. If you're maxed out, then you give them with the same ratio, with 2 to 1. Yeah, regardless how you got the fate tokens, when you're gifting to others, it is 2 to 1. Okay, what do next? Unless we have any more questions on fate tokens. Gotta be more greedy with your fate token. I mean, if you're maxed out, there's not much you can do. Next one, we have our new loyalty rewards. So that's a reward system for me to give back a bit to the community, especially those who played a lot, who been here for many sessions. So a little program that gives some gifts back to you depending on the number of sessions you have played. It starts from 50 sessions, which is almost a year. Now, once you reach like the year, unless you are in more than one game. If you're in more than one game, that does not correspond to that time. But each of the tiers, it starts from 50, 100, 200, 400, and the highest is 800. Sharing is in more caring. Yeah, I guess. Uh, some of the rewards, as you can see here, are physical rewards and some are digital rewards. The physical ones are less because of shipping complications. Well, what, Hannah? What do you want? Can you let me for like 30 more minutes? Wow. So yeah, the physical rewards are. I think you don't have the most sessions currently. About 300, or maybe you reached 400 already. I'm not sure. Uh, The physical rewards are 2 currently in this list. The list might be revised if there are problems with the physical rewards, but the physical rewards are a desk mat. Does it get the reward in the? Yes, each player gets the reward in the group. The physical rewards are a desk mat, which is about this big, like the one that I have here, and has the world map of Arda on top of it, and optionally I can put pins on the locations that your character has visited, like important locations your character has visited, with your character name or player name at the top. Or if you don't like that, it can be a clean map with just the names of the areas. Oh my god, calm down. A clean map with the name. I mean, if you want with locations that you've died as is, that can be arranged as well. Uh, with little tombstones on the map with tombstone pins, that can definitely be arranged. And the other physical reward is is dice, metal dice. But also, if you're not fan of, or if you already have too many dice, or if you're not never gonna use them, you can also get a different desk mat again, a second one with. I haven't decided what if there's gonna be like a specific theme for the second one, or if you want some artwork from anything in Arda. It can be discussed. You have to get to 800 sessions for that anyway, so it's not super. Oh, sorry, 400 sessions, not 800. And the last one, the 800, which means that you've been here playing with me for years and years, that you start making your own lesser fragments in Arda. So since you're part of the world at this point as much as I am, these are purely based on session count, and sadly it is only everyone is obsessed with the tombstones now. Can it have everyone's tombstone, not just mine? Oh my god, Brian, that's gonna be a flooded tombstone map. Do you know how many characters have died? Where are they? I think somewhere here it says how many characters have died. Is it on achievements? Let me check. Yes, achievements. Where is it? Merde, okay. 99 characters have died. One more to reach 100. Any volunteers? So we can get the 100 milestone. Make it a tombstone with your choice of a character quote. I got you. I think that'd be a fun thing to have posted somewhere. I don't know where I can post a live tombstone map. But also a tombstone map is full of spoilers, you know. If you see an area, and don't say anyone because some people know which area I'm gonna talk about. If you see a specific area and it's packed with tombstones, but on the map it looks very innocent with nothing there completely, not even a little icon, but it's packed with tombstones, then obviously everyone else will know that something is going on there. I know some of you know what I'm talking about, so don't say anything. No spoilers. uh, Aside from, oh, sorry, these loyalty rewards are based on session count, and sadly, the only realistic way is through SPG, because those who play outside from SPG, from some of the oldest players we don't have any realistic way to count sessions there. And since we didn't have session notes for all the games, it is harder. So as long as you're playing through SPG and you have like a review that counts your session count, sorry, you're eligible for this system. No, Kelly, you don't want to know. You shouldn't be going there. Aside from the loyalty rewards based on session, we have also some small rewards for the people who are boosting our server in Discord, our Nitro boosters, who have been doing that without getting anything in return all this time. So the things that you can get as a Nitro booster for the server is the Sixth Sense. That's the most important of the boosts. The Sixth Sense is actually, did I make this? Let me make this public. The Sixth Sense, as the name implies, is an extra sense that your character, one of your characters will have in a game. When you get the Sixth Sense, you pick between two categories. You get free move with the Sixth Sense. Two categories, and your character can sense either distance or either direction or approximate distance of one of the four categories: wealth, sanctuary, threat, and divinity. So you have the ability to sense, for example, how far is the closest sanctuary in units that your character would understand. For Andrew's character who doesn't even know numbers specifically, so like a week's worth of traveling. Divinity is something celestial, a consecrated ground, hallowed ground, a magic item of very obvious divine power, etc. So you get either distance or direction, not both. So it won't give you very precise information, but it can help you make some decisions. Because if, for example, you have chosen threat and the direction, let's say you're looking for a dragon, right? You are a dragon hunter, you're looking for a dragon. You cannot find the dragon. If you have a sixth sense for threat and the direction is changing, you understand that the dragon is moving. Or if you have distance, you understand whether you're getting closer or further away. That is the sixth sense. Also, you get access to the soundboard on Discord, so you can play your own sound effects. Priority on one-shots, if we have too many people for some one-shots. You get a personal all-purpose channel, for example, where you see like your group channels. You will have your own channel. You can keep notes on this channel. You can, post stuff that you want only me to see and others not to see. I imagine it is more useful for notes and stuff. So you can have some quick notes together with the group material. And you get one fate token per session. One. It's not much. Other sources give you more, but you do get one fate token per session. It is something. It is a little something. That's for our Discord boosters. Friday game is gonna be stacked with senses. Oh, do we have many Nitro boosters in Friday game? I don't remember. That's about the rewards. What else? I think is missing the ferocity actions. I'll check on that. Thanks for noticing. Ferocity actions. Yeah, if it's missing something, let me know. Post it in Discord as well, so I don't forget it. The loyalty rewards will start I will create a channel. It will be a channel in Discord. I haven't finished the Discord cleanup yet. It's part of this update. But since it wasn't something interesting for the stream, I didn't do it yet. but I'm gonna rearrange a few things on Discord and also create a channel. In that, a new channel for the rewards. No new feeds. This update does not have any new feeds. I mean, there are some new feeds coming every month from the pillar of our community, but other than that, no other new feeds. And on that channel that I was talking about, people will be able to post their a screenshot or a snippet of their session count from SPG from their review, and then I'll process the rewards and start delivering as soon as possible. The physical rewards do take time. We did one test with Andrew, who received his desk mat already, but it took like a month to arrive. So it was saying 15 days, but it took a month. These do take a while. The other things, sorry, I forgot to explain. There's one more thing, few more things in these rewards. I got sidetracked with all the explanation. So there is a group reroll token. Group reroll token. That was the most voted reward in the survey that I did. If you remember, I did a survey some time ago, like what would you find interesting for loyalty rewards. The cat definitely does not find interesting any of this. It just fell asleep here. And re-rolling stats was was the most voted reward for characters. So we have a way to do that now, but it is not only for the person, but for the group. They're called group reroll tokens, and it is explained here what they do and how they do it. So once a player spends a group reroll token, they give everyone in their table the chance to reroll stats for their next character. However, these do not stack. It means that if you have two players using a reroll token for their own characters, even if your character hasn't died, it doesn't get two rerolls on their next one. It gets still one, but not two. They don't stack. You can only have one. And it lets you roll twice your stats and pick whichever you like, not the new one, which is important. So you choose the better of the two sets. But the player who has the group reroll token chooses when to spend it. Like you might want to keep it for a second campaign. You might not want to spend it for the one that you're playing right now. So these you decide when you want to spend it. That's the group reroll token. The other rewards are pretty self-explanatory, I think. I don't have to talk anything about those. Maybe the 1 year subscription. So on the 100 sessions, you get a free 1 year subscription to our pillar of community in the Explorer and Unsuspected Explorer tier, where you can vote for the feats that are coming in for spells and stuff like that. And if you are already subscribed on that or higher tier, then you get an extra slideshow slot for your break slideshow. That is, speaking of the slideshow, it's gonna work a little bit differently because the module, actually we're gonna talk about that in a moment as well. So that's also part of the rewards. Nothing else for me to explain here. So what if you roll the same thing on both rolls? Do you get a free reroll? That's bad luck. How is it possible that you get the same roll, same thing on both rolls? That's statistically so impossible. Like you're more likely to be a billionaire the next morning, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding the question. At these chances, what I don't know, I cannot calculate it, but you tell me that you're gonna roll 6 stats. You're gonna get like your strength, int, wisdom, all your stats. And you're gonna roll again. And all of them are gonna be the same as the first one. Oh, the total number. I mean, okay, that's still pretty low chance for it to be exactly the same. But even if it is the total number the same, the arrangement might be different or not. It will be different. Yeah, the arrangement will be different. So you keep whichever arrangement of the two you prefer if it is the same. Yeah, you don't get to roll the third time if it is both 69. You just pick out of the two sets whichever you like more. And if you don't like any of them, you can still go back to your standard array per or normal rules. But if they are exactly the same, okay, sure, if they're exactly the same, you can roll a third time. If they're exactly the same. I don't know if that will ever happen. If we have anyone who can calculate the odds of that, I think the odds are astronomically low. Yeah, yeah. Okay, what else? The server stopped again. Let's start it again. Uh, what else? Do you have anything else on Kanka? We talked about subclasses, fate tokens. Let me check my list. New classes, overland travel, new race, the Memonek. There's gonna be one shots available, although yeah, you already knew that, for Daggerheart and Draw Steel. Yes, that is your campaign as is. I'm using it as an example for the stream, for the server to start. The only thing that I haven't covered so far is some module changes, which we're gonna check now. That's just a test map. It's not anything from the campaign. So some new things in version 13. What you see now is version 13 Foundry, and some things have changed. Yeah, that is Brig, that's Kaida, BVD, and a Deva token. So now Foundry in version 13 tracks movement automatically without modules involved. So you see the distance that you're about to walk, and it also highlights with different colors and obstacles. It like gives you a possible path with different indications. And right clicking your token, you can change what speed you want to use. So if you have different fly speed or different swimming speed, and then you want to measure with that, or jumping speed or teleporting speed, I mean there's no teleporting speed but distance, but that teleports your token instead of moving it, so it will not trigger traps and stuff like that. If you choose crawl, for example, it automatically calculates it twice as difficult terrain. As you're noticing also, when you move, it flips your token to a different direction, which it's pretty okay, I guess. If you try to move on the opposite side of an obstacle, you see it hits and stops at the obstacle, and you can change back your speed to walk speed. Then something that you might notice down there is we have a Baldur's Gate 3 style hotbar. That is a module, that is not the default. But for those who like the Baldur's Gate interface, you have a hotbar like that, shows you passive effects, what you have available as action, bonus action, etc. Then you can rearrange everything down there as you like it, and you can move. It is pretty much, it functions like Baldur's Gate. If you don't like it, you can turn it off with this button right here, and you're back to defaults. Something else, we'll have 3 different types of character sheets. So we have this one, actually, yeah, the default looks like this, right? This is the default D&D Foundry sheet. It does have an extra tab that's called Powers. I'm not certain what it is for. It is currently empty. But that's how the default one looks like. I think all of you know it. Then we have the tidy version, the classic tidy version, which looks like this. It has a more compact theme with more information, but but it can display more things, and it has customizable tabs up there. You can add or remove tabs from your character sheet. And then we have one more now, which is the new tidy sheet version. The previous one was a classic. The new one looks like this. It has one tab that's called sheet, which displays everything that is frequently used. Then it has the character with all the traits, and then inventory, sorry, spellbook features like before, more stylized, a little less compact than the classic, but still more compact than the default one. Biography, bastion, journal, etc. A little bit of different styles, and you can choose whichever you like of the 3. Similarly, we have different styles for the items, for the features. So we have this style, which is the new tidy sheet. Then we have the default, which is like this, how it used to look with Foundry default, and the classic tidy sheet, which looks, oh sorry, that's not the classic, that's the new one. Oh wait, that's the classic. How is the new one then? Oh, okay, so 3 different versions for your features as well. They have some small differences on how they display information. Whichever you find more useful, you can swap to that. What else? Module. We lost some modules. We lost the module that was making those like walking, tapping sounds, which ended up being annoying with some obstacles, as it always wanted to go around all the obstacles. That is not part of version 13 anymore, and it's not compatible with some other stuff we have. We lost the slideshow and the expanded journal modules. I think this one will come up at some point, but currently it is not compatible. So instead of that, the slideshow will be a pre-rendered video, and it will play as a battle map during our break and the start or end of the game. What else new? We have some animations and more fancy effect on critical, on nat 20s pretty much, on criticals. Other new stuff in version 13. Oh, the interface looks different, in case you didn't notice. So it starts minimized, the tabs are vertical. Hello again, can you wait a bit? The tabs are vertical, they expand, you can still roll dice, and it pops as a message here without showing the entirety of the chat, and if you keep rolling, they come as notifications pretty much, and they disappear as more are coming. But if you want to see everything, again, you can expand everything like before. Do we have anything new here? We have achievements. That is new. I have not completely finished. I have not finished that, but there's gonna be. We did have some kind of achievements before. Some of you might remember, but because they were tied to a module that was not really used, they kind of got forgotten. But now they have a better interface, and you can track them over here. Achievements will have some kind of game rewards as well. Whether it's gonna be like some fate tokens, some gold, or something along those lines. Some achievements will be with rewards, some achievements will be just for prestige. What else? Your fate dice are tracked next to your name as before. Now you can see there are 6 fate tokens and 2 fate dice. And when you click on them, it spends 1. If you shift click on them, no, what was it? Control click gives 1. There was a combination that allows you to choose. Let me check again at the module settings. That was share dice. Oh, this is not. So, oh, it restarts. One moment. Okay, so now clicking on it, yeah, now it gives you a slider. How many fate tokens you want to spend at one go. And it also posts it in the chat. Much more convenient than spamming the chat like we had to do before. What else? Anything else new in the version 13? There are a bunch of changes, but they're not all as important to mention in the stream, and I don't remember all of them as well. We lost a lot of modules, we gained some other. Spamming feels better. We gained some other modules. Let's see, anything that. I think the rest are pretty much the same. Very. Oh, we're gonna lose some animations. I made a poll the other day, and most of the people seem to not care much about the animations. So yes, Andrew, you can share the deskmat if you'd like. The animations, most people did not care about them, and they seem to be lagging some games. So I'm gonna be getting rid of some animations and keep automation instead of animations, if possible. In some situations, it might not be possible to keep both or either. To reduce lag and problems. Yeah, the detect magic, the persistent detect magic auras were so annoying that would come from map to map and never get deleted. Super annoying. What else? Do we have anything else new? Pretty much it's a more modern interface, some more smooth operations, and few module changes for version 13. I think that should be all. And yeah, the list for the stream has been exhausted. So what's left for me to do in the next few following days is the Discord cleanup, create the channel for the loyalty tracker pretty much, and then I will announce, do we have a new secret chant? What? 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 What secret chant? I think I'm missing something here. You had a secret chant before that I didn't know about? Oh, that kind of chant. No, we don't have a new one. I mean, I guess we should have a new one, but I think we already have enough problems from the first one before I introduce the second one. I'll give it some more time. The world has enough problems, and players keep introducing more and more. There's like no restraint on on putting complications from no. There is restraint from my side. There is no restraint from the player side into causing more chaos. Can it be for someone good this time? I mean, uh, that's an idea. Can it be for someone good instead of someone no? If it is someone good, the knowledge would spread easily, right? That the first person who knows it and uses it would tell the next one and the next one and the next one because it's something good, like it helps. So it wouldn't be a secret if it is for something good, but when it is for something dangerous, the second person, even if they know about it, they might hesitate, and the third person might hesitate. So eventually, the knowledge is lost and it becomes a secret. Make it his biggest hater. I mean, biggest hater are the fragments, pretty much. Someone that the fragments hate, but that would be for the benefit of the player. I mean, I think you have already found some of those. They might have not come through chance and secret phrases, but you've already encountered. Yeah, most of the groups have encountered such cases. Things that the fragments hate, but they can benefit players. Revive the root child. What else? Do we have anything else? No. So as I was saying, yeah, Discord cleanup is still pending. We'll correct whatever if it's missing something. If you spotted something missing from the Kanka stuff, I'll fix those as well. Illrigger, if it's missing any of the subclasses, I'll add the subclasses too. And then Daggerhat and Draw Steel one-shots. The Saturday group with the solo leveling starting next week. I mean, next Saturday. The Thursday group, a new Thursday group, which is already filled, will be starting also with one-shots. They will play Daggerheart and Draw Steel one-shot, and then whatever they like most, we can continue with that for a campaign. Yes, next Saturday will be session 0 with all this new content now. Nerut descended in the solo. That's not possible. Oh my god, the cat. Okay. if you have any questions, now is the time. The 100. We're still on the first. Aziz, we're still on the first. Some people killed the first one. You want the 100? See, we are already receiving threats about having Neruts in the campaign. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of the new content, now is the time. I don't have anything else to share at this point. Our cat is getting also crazy. So ETA on session resume this week. This week we're starting sessions normally. I mean, not Sunday and Saturday sessions. No, so from Tuesday. Monday I don't have any sessions, so from Tuesday we start back normally. And both cats now are waking up. According to ChatGPT, if you roll a full set of 6 scores twice, the odds are roughly 1 in 1.18 million. And did you specify that each set is 2d10s, or does it think it's 1d20? Because I think with 2d10s it's even more unlikely. Andrew's gonna kill a character to be the 100th. Yeah, Andrew has the, from the people in the chat, I can say definitely Andrew has the highest character count. He has experienced death in art so many times. He's gonna surpass Hanif at some point. Well, Hanif didn't kill his characters, but he changed characters a lot. No, there's no prize, Kevin. I think you have better odds of winning the lottery, Brian, than those odds that Dwayne said. Did that something else into the first session? Yes. Yes, Victor. You don't know him, but some people in the chat know him. Victor. Victor died before a campaign started. That's the current record in Arda. He died on session 0.5. Yes, yes, Lily. We were missing a player. We decided to play 0.5 session instead of session 1 because the player was missing, and he died on the meetup. It was a session for the characters to meet and have like a little fun moment, and he died there. Yes, Lily. One moment. Okay, that will be all for the community update. Oh, no, cats are getting very active now. We'll start pressing things. So thank you all for joining. For the banana. Thank you all for joining. Have a good Saturday morning, afternoon, night. Well, no, night it's for me, so it's not for anyone else. And I'll see you the coming week with all the new stuff. Goodbye.